I kind of, like, if I'm doing 2 tasks at once, I find I stay on task better. So, like, if I'm crocheting by myself and I'm not doing anything, I get incredibly bored. But if I am, like, hanging out on a live doing crochet, then I stick to it better, because it's, especially the mindless stuff like this, like when I get into the creation, I need to focus. But like just making a cup, just gonna make sure that I have the right size for this. Yeah. Is kind of mindless work. So I love your way of thinking. Thank you. Your hair color is awesome. Thank you. Do you have any pets? I do. I have a puppy. He's a rescue from Turkey. His name is Grimbles, or Grim. He's a little black. They told me when I adopted him that he was a Corgi Collie cross, but he's since been found to be a Basset and Lab. And so he looks like a lab with these little short legs. And he is adorable. And his name is Grim. I call him Grimbles because he grumbles a lot. But he's a most sweet little baby. And he's named after I really like folklore. I used to be a tour guide for a historical tour here in Toronto. And we told a lot of like dark history and folklore and ghost stories and that sort of thing. I love that. I listen to lore a lot. And there's the Grim, the black dog that was, if you saw him, he was supposed to foretell, misfortune and death. And then they used to bury black dogs in the churchyards and call them the churchyard Grims, which was kind of horrific. And then these dogs they would bury these black dogs in churchyards, and they were supposed to protect the souls of the people who were buried in the churchyard. But I found those stories to be very interesting, so that's what I named my dog after. And now he's called like Grimbles, Grimbleshanks, like Lil Grimbit, like, you know how you do. You name your dog and then you call him literally anything but his name. That skirt is fire. It's actually shorts. These are workout shorts that just has like a little tennis skirt over top. I don't want to risk any wardrobe malfunctions and getting banned on TikTok, so. That hair is wild. Love it. Thank you. I love Grim. Yeah, me too. Hold on. Let me catch up on all my comments because I'm really behind. Does your hair ever get caught in your piercing? Nope. No, because my hair is not in my face. The hair is wild. Love it. Thank you. Will you marry me, please, and have 9 kids and 4 cats with me? Oof. So you just described what hell feels like to me. I'm sorry. I hate cats. I do. I'm allergic, and I'm such a dog person. Like, I'm just not a cat person at all. I'm very much a one and done when it comes to kids, and I have one. Like, pregnancy was terrible. It was horrible, and I never want to go through it again. And I've also gone through marriage. I got married when I was very young to someone that I had known I was 23. And I had known this person for 6 months, and then we just eloped. And, it ranks up there for one of the worst decisions I've ever made in my life. And I know he feels the same. It was not good for either of us. Where are you from? I'm from Toronto. Lovely hair. Thank you. So pretty. Thank you. How much for the top? So these ones, the Blossoms, they start at 50 USD. And that's because every stitch is made by hand. Mistakes are a good way to learn. Yes. And I have learned from my mistakes. And the thing that I have learned is marriage is not for me. IG Live. I don't really do lives on Instagram because nobody really watches them. Like, I've gone live before on Instagram, but I'm just in the room by myself most of the time, which is not fun if you don't have people interacting and chatting with you. Hermosa, thank you. Mermaid. I appreciate that. Thank you. I think you're awesome and beautiful. Thank you so much. Oh my goodness, you're so beautiful and breathtaking. Y'all are being so nice to me. I'm okay. I think I love you. Oh, don't do that. That's a terrible idea. You're absolutely gorgeous. I feel really drawn to you. Do you got a spell on me? Maybe. I mean, I was aiming for Paul Rudd, but if it hit you, I'm kidding. People just stare at me when I go live. Well, that probably means that you're interesting and they've got nothing to add to the conversation. Flawless beauty. Oh, I promise I have flaws. I have several. But I appreciate that. Thank you. But they say nothing. Oh, I'm sorry about that. We usually end up talking about a lot of things in here. We were talking about comics and WrestleMania last night. And I have a spicy page, big shocker, I know. Pays the bills. And I sometimes run bets. So I ran a bet for the Rhea Ripley match, and I'm like, if you bet on this, like, you can win like $40 worth of content. And I won. Everybody bet against Rhea Ripley, and Rhea won. And I was like, ha 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 ha, look at me. I'm the best at picking winners. And then I'm like, all right, double or nothing. If you bet on this one and Roman Reigns wins, then you get $80 worth of content. If you bet on this one and Cody Rhodes wins, then you just win like a little mini photo set. And Cody Rhodes was the favorite to win. Like, everybody thought he was going to win. And I was like, ah, ha, 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 ha. Like, I'm not going to have to. Roman Reigns won. And I had to get $80 worth of content together to send out to the people who bet. So it's kind of what I like to do on my spicy pages. I like to have fun and do silly things. What are you making? It happens to everybody, but just like my personal brain chemistry, it does.